Yeah, I mean, just to give you some detail of what we're hearing here, we are between where Becky is in Tel Aviv and Gaza, perhaps halfway between. And just about as Becky was getting the warnings there to get to the shelters, we were hearing large detonations here, which seemed to sound like those interceptors, the Iron Dome interceptor rockets, taking off to try to intercept those rockets that are coming from Gaza. So this is CNN has a lot of people around on the story. We're one piece of that picture, but everyone's piece is bringing you together this deeper understanding of what's an insight into what's happening. So as Beck is getting that warning that the rockets are incoming, we're hearing the interceptors going out from close to here to try to intercept those rockets. But to the detail of what's happened on the ground, we were on the ground very close to the border with Gaza last night, and at that time, in the early hours of this morning, the Israeli Defense Forces were still chasing down Hamas suspects. Now they have them. But we've also seen the Israeli Defense Force bringing in additional firepower, tanks, big armored personnel carriers, big mobile tracked howitzers. These are the big artillery guns that look like a tank but are slightly different, bringing a lot of those in. And these are the heavy armor that's required to secure the breaches in that fence, which is, of course, the priority for the Israeli Defense Force, which they appear to be sort of on top of doing at the moment. But that gets to the next question, which is the one you asked, the hostages. We don't know yet, and Hamas certainly hasn't made it public, what they're demanding for the release of those hostages. We can all understand how they're going to try to use them to manipulate this situation, pressure Benjamin Netanyahu into not attacking the Hamas leadership. But what terms, if any, are they talking about? And it's perhaps too early to know that. But the challenge for the Israeli Defense Force yesterday I spoke with one of the spokesmen for the Israeli Defense Force. He told me, we will do absolutely everything to get them out. We will not leave anyone behind. But the reality and the challenge is those hostages are likely to be dispersed in Hamas tunnels and secure bunkers across Gaza, and will be very hard for any, even special forces, to penetrate, to know where they are, to penetrate those neighborhoods and secure the safe release of the hostages. That seems to be almost a mission impossible at the moment. No doubt it's being calculated what can be done. But this presents a huge challenge. How do you deliver what the Prime Minister says he wants to do, which is the dismantling and the taking down of Hamas, its commanders, its structures, without incurring the potential use of the hostages as bargaining chips against you? This is where we stand today.